Vidlead Studio will in fact completely replace a popular software called HoneyBook. You wedding filmmakers are very familiar with this, but I know a lot of filmmakers who are outside of the wedding space who use this in their daily lives. And right now, as I film this video, HoneyBook currently charges about $50 per month for their average plan. So in this video, I'm going to show you how Vidlead Studio not only replaces HoneyBook entirely, but how it does 4 to 5 times more than HoneyBook at an insane price. All right, let's go ahead and compare HoneyBook versus Vidlead Studio. First, I'm going to talk about what features Vidlead Studio gives you that HoneyBook already has. And there's really only 5 features that I can find that HoneyBook actually does a really good job at that Vidlead Studio also does. However, after that, I'm going to talk about 9 features that are either deficient or entirely absent on HoneyBook and how Vidlead Studio compensates for those shortcomings. All right, starting with the 5 features that both HoneyBook and Vidlead Studio have, we have feature number 1, which is invoices and payments. Now, side by side, these are almost identical in terms of functionality. Both allow you to put your packages here on the bottom. You can add and remove any items really easily. Within Vidlead Studio, you can add in built-in discounts to the invoices. Both softwares allow for drag and drop templates. However, with Vidlead Studio, it's our goal to give you not just basic kind of generic templates, but rather invoice templates we are currently using and the most successful filmmakers are finding success with. Moving on to feature number 2 that both softwares have is calendar and appointment scheduling. And again, aside from just minor UI differences, the functionality of both of these calendars operates pretty much the same. You've got your availability that you're going to change. You can send out notifications via email. Both softwares allow you to link your Google, Outlook, or iCloud calendar. One very big limitation HoneyBook has is it does not allow you to send out text message or voicemail reminders for the booked time. We found that just by sending out text message reminders for a booked call, we've seen our show up rates close to double just by having that extra piece of reminder. HoneyBook, you cannot text or call people at all. Moving on to feature number 3, we have project management and pipelines. Again, both softwares have a Kanban style project management, allowing you to see from left to right the progress of one of your projects. From left to right, you've got the lead, appointment booked to call, invoices sent, the contract is sent and signed, when a deposit has been paid, and so on. Again, one key difference here between HoneyBook and Vidlead Studio is that HoneyBook restricts just one pipeline that you can create for your entire accounts. You can customize the names of these steps right here, but aside from that, you cannot create any new pipelines from that. Whereas with Vidlead Studio, you can create unlimited amounts of pipelines that can each serve different purposes. You've got your generic HoneyBook style pipeline right here, for example, but if you want to make a new different sales pipeline, you can completely customize and create that one from scratch and add as many steps as you'd like. If you want to move somebody from one stage to another manually, you can do so by dragging and dropping that contact like so, but you can also automate these, which we'll talk about later. Moving on to feature number 4, we have contracts. Inside of Vidlead Studio, we call these proposals and estimates. We give you tons of contract templates and many more to come with all the best designs and exactly what should be on there. Likewise, HoneyBook also provides a lot of templates for you. I personally feel like these are more generic and they're meant to be just more of a place to start, whereas ours are actually proven to work by other filmmakers. But again, in terms of functionality, both of these are pretty much identical, allowing people to sign the documents just like you would on DocuSign or PandaDoc and seeing where that contract is in its journey. The last feature both of these softwares have in common is in the forms and questionnaire building. Not a whole ton that is completely different here. Both softwares do a great job of allowing you to create contact forms. Within Vidlead Studio, we call our questionnaires surveys. I will say with HoneyBook's form builder, you do have a lot of limitations in how far you can customize the form to the look and feel. Whereas with Vidlead Studio, I can go in there, I have a ton of flexibility. I can customize the colors, the themes, the sizes, the button shapes, so much more. Whereas HoneyBook, I just am capped in how I make the actual form look. All right, let's now move into the 9 different features that HoneyBook either doesn't have at all or it just really lacks at. Starting with the first feature is contact management. HoneyBook is just not a CRM or contact management software. When you come into contacts, the only information we have from them is their email and their company name. There's nothing else I can do here. I can send them a bulk email, and to send out those emails, I actually have to upgrade to their higher plans, but I'm just super limited here in terms of how to organize my contacts, add tags to them, and communicate with them. This is where Vidlead Studio really shines. With each contact, I can store their email, their phone number, I can add tags to them, I can give them each contact engagement scores. Clicking into a contact, you've just got so much more flexibility with different tasks on them, notes, appointments they've booked, documents, even down to every single page or website they visited, as well as all the forms they've filled out. Which leads nicely into the second feature HoneyBook completely doesn't have, which is that Vidlead Studio is a conversation platform. I can text message, email, Instagram DM, Facebook DM, and WhatsApp message all of my contacts within one place. Again, HoneyBook allows you to just email them, that's it, and even then it's super limited. It's meant to just send out a bulk email as opposed to having a back and forth conversation with your clients. With Vidlead Studio, you connect your Facebook, your Instagram, you can purchase a phone number through us. We help you set up an email, and every back and forth communication through any of those methods I just mentioned mentioned is within the same place. This is ginormous as it allows you to automate your life. You can reach out to all of your contacts with 4 or 5 different methods, and it replaces the need to have you actually message or call these clients from your personal phone number or email. Moving on to the third feature HoneyBook really lacks, and that is in automations. Looking at HoneyBook's automations features, I will say this is probably the biggest area where HoneyBook really lacks, and it's almost laughable how many limitations they have with their automations. I have a grand total of 3 things that I can do inside of automations, whereas with Vidlead Studio, I have 30 plus different actions and automation triggers that I can select from, and within the actual actions themselves, I can add tags, send out text messages, Instagram DMs, I can call them, I can leave a voicemail, I can wait, I can drip, I can even use ChatGPT. There's so many options here, whereas HoneyBook tries to simplify it, and by simplifying it, they just leave out hundreds of really cool options that you can do. Automations are where you replace yourself in the business and no longer have to manually complete actions every single day. This one is ginormous. We'll talk more about that on launch day, but automations really lack inside of HoneyBook. And for the remaining 6 features, these are features that HoneyBook just does not have at all. It's completely absent, and only Vidlead Studio offers them. The first and most obvious one is that Vidlead Studio is in fact a website and page builder. We give you all of the most proven funnel website templates. The page building experience is super easy. It's very comparable to that of Wix, Squarespace, and Webflow, whereas with HoneyBook, you have to buy Squarespace and Wix as well, and then integrate the 2 of those to communicate together. Here in Vidlead Studio, I can add all of my forms to the landing pages that I make. I can add my calendars. Everything is all in one spot. The next big feature that is not in HoneyBook at all is that Vidlead Studio is an email builder. For those of you who've used softwares like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign, Vidlead Studio completely replaces those, allowing you to build the emails inside of our software, and then you can directly drag and drop these emails that you've made into automations, build them once, and have them automated forever. The next feature in Vidlead Studio is a social planner. This allows you to connect your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and more, and this allows you to schedule out and plan all of your social media posts on any of those platforms. You simply make a post, select where you want it to get posted, upload the video or image, and then schedule it out. The next feature, and perhaps one of the biggest money savers, is that Vidlead Studio is a video host. Here in the media library, you can upload unlimited videos. Yes, you've heard that right. This rivals that of Vimeo and Wistia that will charge you anywhere from $15 to $100 a month to host all of your video contents. We support 4K files. We have a maximum upload size of 4 gigabytes, which for 95% of you is going to be plenty. And if it isn't, you can always just change the bitrate and bring it down. But all of these videos you upload to our software, you can integrate with any of your landing pages and websites. And you can also send your clients these videos straight from within our platform. You simply just grab the link of the video, paste it in an email, you send it over to your clients, and they can download it right here. One more ginormous feature that HoneyBook really lacks in is that HoneyBook is more so catered to wedding filmmakers. If you're a commercial filmmaker or a real estate filmmaker, or really anything outside of weddings, you just don't have a lot of templates to work with. Vidlead Studio is meant to be the all-in-one platform for any type of filmmaker, giving you all of the best templates to use for websites, contracts, invoices, and more. And again, that's not specific to just one niche of filmmaking, but rather all of the most popular ones. And the very last feature where Vidlead Studio really shines is that we offer 24/7 customer supports. We also offer Zoom call support with that customer service. And on top of all of that, we are going to give you guys bi-weekly coaching calls, which we'll talk about more on launch day. We average a 1 to 2 minute response time with customer service. And if for whatever reason you still can't get your questions answered, they can hop on a Zoom call with you or just answer it on our bi-weekly coaching calls that we do every other Friday.